James Wan has been fighting against labels for long and is not afraid to challenge himself to defy perceptions. The filmmaker says he hates being stereotyped and doesn't need any label to define his craft. In an exclusive interview with INS Sugandha Rawal, James Wan talked about his fight and experience as director while promoting his latest film, Aquaman.
When people try to label you, you always have defied it. Like, tell me, how has it been? Like, has it been easy to, challenge yourself? Or
I hate being labeled. I hate being stereotyped into whatever pigeonhole that people like to put me into. And so, so every time when people start doing that, I start moving on. When when they label me too much of this one thing, I jump into something else, and so on and so on. And I'll keep doing it because at the end of the day, I just see myself as a filmmaker. I don't think they need to be like a label in front of my filmmaker label. That's all I need. And so I think it's good that way I can grow as an artist, as a filmmaker, to keep trying new things, find stuff that challenge me, and to kind of continue sort of expand my horizon.
So tell me, how was the whole experience? Was there some pressure on you while making the film?
Yeah, there's always some kind of a pressure when you're making such a big films, a film of this level and this size and this scope. So just no different kind of pressure to what I'm used to when I make the bigger films. But it was a really it was a really smooth process, and designing the film was like the most fun I had making this film.
So how did you connect to the DC universe, considering the Aquaman was introduced in Justice League?
Right. Well, it was actually very easy because I felt like the movie itself is very different. Like it goes on a very different journey and a very different path to the rest of the DC film, and so so that made it easier for me to not have to be beholden to the other films, and vice versa.
But I like that you have incorporated this important message about the environment in the film,
right,
which makes it so relevant. So how was the whole process of getting that into the film storyline?
It was something that was important for myself very early on, because I felt like here for the first time I have a superhero that can actually kind of talk about the environment, and the environment is such a big sort of like a very sort of real life issue that's facing all of us today. It's only getting worse and worse, and as we see climate change affecting all of us, and so it just naturally, organically became part of the story. But the cool thing was I get to kind of do it through the point of view of the villain in the film, and so you can kind of like understand why King Orm is angry at us for what we do on the surface wall, and I just think it just gives it kind of more texture, and just give it a bit more weight.
INS report.
Subscribe to our channel. Just click on the bell icon for all the latest updates.